I watched the 5th episode, Dust and Shadows, and I just loved the Clark moments in this.
No matter what happens, I'll be there.
Your boyfriend?
No.
Alec blames himself for Jocelyn's death, and he thinks he can't even look Clary in the eyes.
I don't know what to say to Clary. I can't face her.
But you will. You'll blow up the very ground you stand on to make something right.
The best thing about Shadowhunters, in my opinion, is the complex relationship these characters have with each other. It is shown very beautifully in the show. I feel like it was missing in the books and the movie, or maybe I just didn't feel it as much in them as I did in the show. I'm not as sad over Jocelyn's death as I am over its effect on Alec and Clary. Clary's having a hard time accepting her death.
I am not ready to accept this.
She even went looking for a warlock who will be willing to resurrect her mom with dark magic. By the way, I love how Magnus gave advice to both Clary and Alec. And I also love how Alec took his advice and went to talk to Clary.
Clary, I am so sorry. I would do anything, and I mean anything, to get your mom back.
While Clary, on the other hand, as always, chose to ignore everyone else's advice and regretted it later.
But sometimes there are things you have to accept.
It's not something you make better with magic.
I can bring my mom back, Jace.
But you never know what you're gonna get back. There are always risks.
By the way, did anyone else notice how Clary created her first rune? It is very rare. No one else can do that. You see, the runes are the markings given to the first generation of Shadowhunters by the angel Raziel to assist them in fighting demons. So, the Shadowhunters can only use the runes that were given to them. They cannot just create a new rune. That's why Jace asked Clary to keep it a secret when she created the sunlight rune.
You just shot sunlight out of your hand. Whatever just happened, let's keep this to ourselves.
If you haven't read the books, you probably didn't understand what happened. Don't worry, I'll explain it in the end of the video because it might be considered as a spoiler. So if you don't wanna see any spoilers, I'll let you know when you should stop watching the video. I'm worried about Izzy too. Alder Tree gave her a drug named Yin Fan. Even though it gives energy to the users, it also slowly kills them. An overdose gives a burning, scorching sensation in the veins and tears at the mind, making the user delirious with hallucinations and wild dreams. Its withdrawal will make the addict weak, it will cause terrible pain, and will push the dependent's body towards death. So why did he give the drug to Izzy? I can't figure out Alder Tree. On one hand, he was ready to sacrifice himself to save the soul sword. On the other hand, he is giving Izzy a lethal drug. What do you think? By the way, I also loved the Jace and Izzy moment. I know they grew up together, but we haven't seen them act like a brother and sister too much, like sharing feelings, etc.
I made some food for her, but she didn't want to eat it.
Can you blame her?
So, Simon finally told his mom that he's a vampire. Of course, the first thing she did was call a doctor, but then she caught him feeding off a rat. Well, Simon definitely needs to find a new home now. Okay, so I'm going to explain how Clary was able to create the sunlight rune. So if you haven't read the books, or if you don't want to see any spoilers, you should stop right here. So we know how Jocelyn was devastated over Jonathan. As soon as she looked into his eyes, Jocelyn knew something was wrong with him, that he was inhuman, but she didn't know why. She felt guilty for not being able to love her son and became suicidal. Valentine had lied to her that Luke was dead, but Ragnar Fell sent her a message that Luke was alive. When she met Luke, she truly began to hate Valentine, but she stayed with him anyways to spy on him. Later that night in their old cellar, she discovered the space Valentine had made for himself for his experiments, where she saw demons and downworlders being tortured and notes of his observation. That was where she found out that Valentine had been experimenting on himself and her, and that Jonathan was demonic. Anyways, Valentine was worried about her health, so he started mixing angel blood into her food, hoping to alleviate her despair. While it did give her the focus and strength to go on, and some abilities like being able to hide physical objects in drawings, it also unwillingly contributed to their unborn daughter's powers. So, the angel blood gave Clary the gift to create runes that never existed before. Right now, no one knows about this power. I can't wait to watch the next episode. So, what do you think about Alder Tree? Is he a good person or a bad person? And why did you give Izzy a lethal drug? Don't forget to tell us your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.